Hi, good morning. We are reading The Mystery of History, Volume 4. We have transitioned to doing summaries. And we're reading The Fall of the Berlin Wall. Marks the end of the Cold War. It's so cold. Okay, in the 1980s. In the 1980s. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, sorry. I digress. A man named Mikhail Gorbachev. I actually remember a little bit since I was alive during this time. Became the leader of the Soviet Union and started making big changes to fix his country. He realized the Soviet system was falling behind and needed new ideas, so he encouraged more open thinking and freedom. At the same time, the U.S. President Ronald Reagan challenged the Soviet Union to bring down the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall had been put up to divide the East and West Berlin for many years. He called it an evil empire, Ronald Reagan did, in his 1982 speech. So I wasn't alive for that. Let's see here. Gorbachev's reforms were called glasnost, meaning openness, and perestroika, meaning restructuring. This helped people to gain more freedom and begin to end the long Cold War. Because Gorbachev was friendly and hopeful, people around the world nicknamed him Gorby. I'm not sure if I would have enjoyed that nickname. The countries... All right, this is freeing the satellite states of the Soviet Union. The countries that were once controlled by the Soviet Union were called satellite states, and one by one they began to break free.
Like Ukraine?
I'm looking right here. It looks like... Does he say which ones they were? It looks like Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Poland, and Romania. These were the satellite states. Okay. The first to do this were Poland and Hungary in 1989, when people demanded fair elections and a right to form their own political parties. Poland's labor union was called Solidarity and was led by Lech Walesa. Is that a male or a female? Looking. I don't see. Solidarity was designed to advance workers' rights and promote social change. Other countries like East Germany soon followed Poland and Hungary. Gorbachev's new ideas of freedom and reform allowed these nations to make their own choices for the first time. Is it Mural Arnold honors? Oh, we haven't gotten to him yet. Or did we? Jerzy Popieluszko, a Catholic priest and popular figure in the Polish Solidarity movement. He was put to death in 1984 because he was anti-communist. Okay. Tearing down the Berlin Wall. East and West Germany had been divided by the Berlin Wall since World War II, keeping friends and families apart. In 1989, the people of East Germany began protesting for freedom and demanding the right to travel and reunite with loved ones. When the East German government finally opened the border, thousands of people rushed to the wall, cheering and celebrating. Both sides began tearing the wall with hammers, chisels, and even their own bare hands. The fall of the Berlin Wall became a powerful symbol that the Cold War and Soviet control were coming to an end. Let me see. I forgot. I want to see what this checkpoints thing. The Alpha. There were checkpoints. There were 3 guarded checkpoints monitoring the coming and going of officials who occasionally crossed between the East and West. They were called Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Checkpoint Charlie was the most famous and frequently depicted in movies as the place where spies smuggled their secrets back and forth. Okay, moving on. The final state set free. After Poland, Hungary, and East Germany gained freedom, other countries like Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, and Albania also fought to break free from the Soviet control. Bulgaria created a new government in 1991. Czechoslovakia's Bulgaria had free elections and a new constitution. Czechoslovakia's peaceful protest was called the Velvet Revolution. It led to free elections and the split into 2 nations. So Czechoslovakia split between the Czech Republic and Slovakia in 1992. I was wondering, because I used to always call it Czechoslovakia. Albania had been tightly controlled by a harsh communist ruler. But by 1992, they also voted in a new leader and began to reform. Though the countries won freedom, many still faced poverty and challenges after years of communist rule. The Bible promises a future when all pain and sorrow will be gone and God's servants will live joyfully with him forever. An interesting side note, under the dictatorship of Nicolae, there was a tiny Romanian gymnast, Nadia Comaneci. She won 3 gold medals in the 1976 Olympics, scoring a perfect 10. She was allowed a public life to brighten the reputation of Romania, but her private life was greatly affected by communist policies that strictly monitored her at home and abroad. Hold on, let's pause for a minute. The Romanian Revolution, looks like we skipped over that, happened in December 1989 when the people of Romania rose up to overthrow their cruel communist dictator, Nicolae. I don't know how to say his name. Let's see if it's in here. Ceausescu and his wife Elena. For many years, Nicolae and Elena had ruled harshly. They took away freedoms and made people live in poverty and punished anyone who disagreed with them. When protests broke out, the army joined the people instead of the government. And the Ceausescus tried to run away but were caught and put to death on Christmas Day in 1989. Nadia Comaneci, she was a famous gymnast who won the perfect 10s. She was treated like a national symbol of the communist government, but in real life she wasn't free. She was watched closely and controlled. She escaped to freedom and became a powerful symbol of what Romanians wanted, a life without fear and control. Okay, so we're going to stop there, and we will talk about Saddam Hussein and the Persian Gulf War later. Okay, goodbye.